Pool play is over. We now hit the elimination rounds. It's the quarterfinal between Team Latvia and Team USA, and we are underway here in a one-game quarterfinal game to try to move on to the semi. Team Canada with an upset loss against the Czechia team will await the winner of this one between Latvia and the United States. United States favorites in this game as they have been all tournament long. Keller gets pestered on his way in, but the Americans will get it out. Just under a minute gone by. One shot on goal for Latvia as they turn back. Bolsters gets cut off by Werenski up top. Team USA has dominated the opposition as this one deflects up over the top of the net. 2 shots on goal now for Latvia. Krelmix back outside. Yaks trying to take it inside. Good cut off by Cutter Gauthier. And now here he comes as he dangles his way in, but loses it to Yaks. Team Latvia brings it in wide. Eagle centering pass, a diving attempt knocked down by Swayman. Ravinskis back behind the net, battled with Kesselring, and the Americans will get it out. 3 shots on goal earlier for Latvia. Garland waits for help to come as he goes back over to the corner. Rubens takes it off his stick here for Latvia. Rubens goes wide, tried to take it in down low, good cutoff by Brady Shea. And the Americans will bring it through center. Connor Garland intercepted by Ravinskis. Batno will bring it up here for Latvia. Sends it back behind the net. Eagle out in front, cutting to the net and denied by Swayman. And it circles back to the near corner. Latvia keeps it alive. Batna inside, intercepted right on the doorstep. Swayman keeps it out. 5 shots on goal already for Latvia. And they are on the attack here to start this game. Face-off control by the United States. Turnover. Back out to center ice. Latvia will have to tag back up. Latvia barely made it into this playoff as they make it into the quarterfinal at 4-3 in the tournament. Doan Pindle on the far half wall, floats back to the trapezoid. Gavers is there for Latvia. Seal feeds it up back to Govers. Bukart's now on the wing, sends it around deep. Back behind the net, send it back out to the point. A shot tipped around into the slot. Swayman, what a stop! Loose puck still loose in the crease as they still battle for it, and the Americans get it out. Jeremy Swayman with an incredible stop, and now on the other end, Doan. O'Connor now picks up the loose change. Back outside to Lacombe. Smith now sends it in. Tip try out in front. Denied. Gudlepskis. Incredible stop by Swayman doing a cartwheel. Keeping it out. It was loose in the slot. Team USA is not trailed at all in this tournament. Nearly the first time they're here in the quarterfinal, but Jeremy Swayman keeps it out. Face off in the Latvia end, controlled by Latvia. Ravinskis will bring it up here, and he's cut off in center by Kulik. Connor Garland turns back here for the United States. Centering pass to Shea, who can't handle it. And Latvia back the other way. 5 minutes gone by here in this opening period. Centering pass. And the shot never got through as Swayman finds the puck. 14:52 to go. Opening period of play. Face off in the American end. Controlled by the Americans for a moment. Turnover and a pass. Goes right through the crease. Matty Beniers gets there here for Team USA, and here he comes up the near side. Centering to Pinto, who snares Gudlepskis. Pinto let it fly. Good stop by Gudlepskis. And we get a face-off here in the Latvia end. 14:29 to go. Opening period still scoreless here in the quarterfinal. Face-off not very cleanly won by Latvia, and a penalty is going to be called here on the United States. The delayed penalty here on Team USA. Extra skater in for Latvia. United States touches the puck, and we get our first power play of the night. And it's going to be on interference for Shane Pinto after the draw. Just a little bit of a stiff arm, if you will, for Shane Pinto as the bodies in there on the faceoff kind of started to separate. A little bit of a shove for Pinto, called for interference. And a power play upcoming here for Latvia in this opening period, scoreless. Faceoff controlled by Latvia. Here's a shot off the skate out in front. Eagle now cuts inside, and he loses it, kept in by Zeal. Zeal takes it in. He gets free, gave it up for some reason, and now here comes Cooley. Jailbreak USA. Cooley scores! One pass too many on the end for Latvia, and Logan Cooley makes it 1-0 United States. Short-handed goal for the Americans to strike for the first time here tonight. Working it right in on Godlewski's. And an early start once again for the Americans. Just over 6 minutes gone by and they lead 1-0. Power play still got just over a minute and a half to go here for Latvia. Atna sends it inside, intercepted by Loring. And the United States will get it out. Beniers fans on it as he tries to send it in deep. Cebulskis gets there here for Latvia. Now here's Eagle. Cut off at the red line by McCarron, who turns back. Team USA up shorthanded again. McCarron loses it on his way in. Here comes Batna. Batna 2-on-1 in favor of Team USA as Swayman makes the stop. Boyum gets there, flips it up and out of the zone. 45 seconds to go on the power play here for Latvia. They're out shooting Team USA 8-4 here in this opening period. Bukarts comes in wide, works it all the way down low. Good cutoff by Laurie, and Team USA clears the zone once again. 20 seconds and counting on the penalty. Well, a little bit of a bobble there, and the USA brings it up shorthanded, and now they turn it over. Walkmelis up ahead. Cut off, centering pass, denied Swayman, rebound, kick through the slot, and the United States survives. Penalty over. Team USA with a shorthanded goal on that penalty, and they kill it off for Latvia. Smith inside pass, disrupted, and Latvia turns back the other way. Just over 8 minutes gone by now. Puts this one back behind the net. Kesselring there for the United States. Another penalty called, this time on Latvia. Extra skater in for the moment for the United States. Inside pass on net, just wide, and Godlewski's finds it. And a power play upcoming here for the United States, as we're going to get a holding call on Latvia. Philip Bunchis called for the hold. Power play here for the United States, up by 1. Latvia out shooting the United States 9-5 here in the early going of this one. Team USA wins the race for the puck. Pindle on the boards in their side, kicked out to neutral ice. Werenski bobbles through center. Latvia trying to bring it up short-handed. Werenski keeps it going, but they turn it over again. And it's sent back deep into the American end. Shea back for the Americans. Ravenski's for Latvia. Turns it over to Werenski. And now Keller will start the break-in. Keller cuts inside, drops it off, tipped around, and Godlewski's finds it. 1:06 to go on the penalty here for the United States as we take a look at their bench. They have dominated the competition through pool play. Now here in the quarterfinal, the winner of this game takes on the Czechia in the semifinal after they upset Team Canada earlier this afternoon. And Team USA beat Czechia just 2 days ago in pool play to finish it off. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage here for the United States, up by 1. Cutter Gauthier fires, save, rebound, never got through. Smith off the post and in, they score! Gudlevskis couldn't find it, and it's 2-0 United States. Let's take a look. The initial stop by Gudlevskis was good off the post, and he couldn't get back in time just across the goal line and in. A little bit of a bobble there from Gudlevski. Just couldn't keep it out. Two 2-0 United States, power play goal for the Americans. Gauthier centering pass. Thompson didn't get it off clean. And Latvia will pick out into center ice. Gabbers sends it towards the net. Swayman knocks it down. Latvia keeps it alive into the slot. Loose puck. Floats towards the near half wall. Back up to the point. Rubens outside. One-timer blocked out in front by Cutter Gauthier. And now here comes Team USA. Gauthier button hooks back. Drops it off for Thompson. Sends it inside. Rubens is there for Latvia. And Yaks will bring it out here for Latvia. Brings it in wide, looking for a center. Circles back behind the net. Drops it off. A shot denied off a body in front. Might have hit his own teammate as this one goes into the crease. Tage Thompson there for the United States. Keller up ahead. Comes in wide, and he's cut off on his way in. Yaks gets there for Latvia, cut off by Gauthier off the back of the net and into the trapezoid. Latvia survives and will bring it out. They're out shooting the United States 11-6. Lockmels drops it off all the way through, and it'll come back out. Nearly a jailbreak chance for the United States there, but they couldn't catch up to it. Walkers button hooks back up to the point. A shot off bodies and goes wide of the net. Walkers now try to send it in out in front. No, sir. Wraparound try. Never got off a shot, and Keller takes it away for the United States. 2-0 Team USA. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the opening period. Being outshot 11-6 by Latvia, but have a 2-0 lead. Freeberg's back behind the net. Kicks it to the far corner. Keller, first guy to it for the United States. Tried to send it in. And he's cut off on his way through. Trail mix. Sends it towards the net. Swayman knocks it down. Back behind the net. Out in front, denied. Swayman. Another try. Good stick by Kesselring. And the United States will get it out. Clayton Keller comes in wide. Drops it off. Bobbled by McCarron. Nazar now tried to let it fly. He couldn't get a clean shot off. And Latvia will exit the zone. Traumex comes in wide. Back behind the net, Zeal. Zeal pestered by Kesselring. Goes to the far corner. McCarron there for the United States as it floats back to the trapezoid. United States takes over in their own end. Keller pinned along the boards. Nazar comes out with the loose change for the United States. Here's McCarron. Sends it in. Circles back behind the Latvia net. Zeal is there for Latvia as it comes out to center. USA has to tag back up. 5 minutes to go in the period. 2-0 Team USA. There's a cross check. Easy call right in front of the official. And Team USA is going to go back to the power play. Second power play of this opening period for the United States. They're 1 for 1. And already with a 2-goal lead. Garland, what a stop by Gudlevskis. 4 seconds into the power play and our first stoppage here on this penalty. Beautiful snare by Gudlevskis. .452 to go in the period, just under 2 minutes to go in the power play. Latvia clears the zone. Shea back to it for the United States. Will Smith will start the break-in. Smith glides his over to Gauthier. He bobbles on his way through, and Ravinskis will bring it back here for Latvia. And he feeds it in deep to the U.S. zone. Will Smith up the far side will bring it in again. Smith drops it off into the slot, bobble, then taken away by Rubens. And Latvia clears it again. Just over a minute to go on the penalty here for the United States. They're 1-for-1 so far on the power play. Cross-ice pass, offsides on Team USA. "13 shots on goal for Latvia, 7 for the United States. But a 2-0 lead for the Americans. Power play continues as they bring it in. Heller drops it off for Thompson, who couldn't finish. Goes to the far side, Beniers. Down low, Keller. Denied, Gudlewski's. 52 seconds to go on the power play. 6 goals in this tournament for Clayton Keller, matching his 6 assists. He's got 12 points total. Been one of the many bright spots on this Team USA squad in this international tournament. Here in the quarterfinal, they lead 2-0 in the final 3.5 minutes of this first period. Thompson bobbles on his way in, keeps it alive. Gudlewski's with another stop. 21 seconds to go on the power play. Face-off control by the United States. Another stop by Gudlewski's. As Brady Shea that time let it fly. 16 seconds to go on the man advantage. Face-off this time controlled by Latvia. They'll clear the zone. It goes all the way back out. And I don't think the United States is going to have enough time for another break-in on this penalty. Latvia kills off the penalty. And now the United States 1 for 2 on the power play here tonight. As Latvia keeps it at a 2-0 game. Good battle here by Cooley, but he ultimately turns it over at the goal line. Here comes Latvia back the other way, back to full strength. Centering pass, and a backhanded try denied by Jeremy Swayman. 2:21 to go in the opening period. 2-0 Team USA. Face-off controlled by the United States for a moment, but Latvia takes over deep in the zone. Batna out in front, denied, Swayman. Jeremy Swayman has played excellent in between the pipes for the United States. The teams to beat right now in the tournament, with Canada getting upset last night by Czechia, are the Team United States, as this one stopped in on net by Swayman again. Team USA, team to beat. Team Sweden, team to beat. Both teams undefeated coming into this quarterfinal. Winner of this game will take on Czechia in the semifinal. O'Connor brings it up for the United States. Cuts inside Doan, wide of the net. Back behind O'Connor, back up to the point, Lacombe. Hip try out in front, denied, rebound controlled. Gudlewski's. Minute 40 to go in this opening period. Face-off control by the United States into the slot. Doan denied. Gudlewski's again. Holding his ground as best as he can here against these stellar athletes on this Team USA team. Another face-off here in the Latvia end. Controlled by Latvia. And they'll get it out. Balsers cut off on his way in by Tage Thompson. McCarron through center, pestered at the blue line. Backtracks over to Laurie. Laurie centering pass off the glove of Gudlewski's. It goes to the corner. Laurie trying to keep it alive out in front. Score! McCarron! 3-0 Team USA. Michael McCarron puts it in. Beautiful feed by Josh Doan. Down low, McCarron sitting there out in front. Him and O'Connor both there for the Americans. and a wide open look. Going top shelf. Face-off in center, controlled by Latvia. We're under a minute to go in the period, and it's 3-0 United States. This shot goes well wide of the net. Kept in by Yox. Up top, Rubens lets it fly. Score! Might have been tipped in out in front. Gabbers deflects it in, and Latvia is on the scoreboard. Beautiful redirect over the left shoulder of Jeremy Swayman. And Team USA gives up the goal there to Latvia. Swayman never saw it coming. So 2 goals within less than a minute of each other here between the United States and Latvia, and it's a 3-1 game here in the quarterfinal. Gabbers, the goal scorer, bobbled on his way through. Pinto takes it away for the United States. Here's Boyum up ahead. Boyum brings it in wide, drops it off, and a one-time try by Beniers. Floats to Gudlevskis, who stops play with 9 seconds to go in the period. Face-off in the Latvia end, 9 seconds to go, first period of play. Face-off controlled by the Americans, and Gudlevskis snares another one. 17-16 in shot on goal in favor of Latvia. But the United States has the advantage on the scoreboard. 3-1 our score. Face-off control by the United States. This one a blocker saved by Gudlevskis. This one goes off the side of the net as time expires, and we have hit the end of an entertaining opening period of play here in the quarterfinal. Team USA with the lead. They lead 3-1 after one, and we head to the first intermission between Team Latvia and Team USA. Start of the second period here between the United States and Team Latvia. 3-1, the United States has the lead here in the quarterfinal. Winner moves on to play Czechia in the semis. Face-off in center, controlled by the United States as they bobble it their way through center. Latvia takes it away in their own end. Balsers brings it up here for Latvia, looking for a center, drops it off into the slot. Swayman finds the puck. 19:32 to go in the second. Face-off here in the United States end. Shots on goal even at 17 apiece. Between these two teams, turnover. Trelmix denied as it goes back behind. Paige Thompson there for the United States. Luck-Mellis there for Latvia into the trapezoid. Thompson escapes with the loose change, and the United States clears the zone. Cutter Gauthier tried to take it into the slot. He paid the price. And Latvia turns back the other way. Trailmix tried to let it fly. Cut off on his way in by Tage Thompson. Goes back behind the net. Thompson cross-checked. Penalty called. And another power play upcoming here for the United States. And now we're going to get an argument from the Latvia side. As Tage Thompson got cross-checked right behind the net. Easy call. Don't really know what the argument it is from the Latvia side, but they're going to get a penalty here on the cross-check. A trail mix. And another power play here for the United States. They're 1 for 2 in this game. And they've got one here early in the second. Face-off controlled by Latvia as it floats in on net. Nearly a try there for Smith. as Godlewskis finds the puck. That was almost disastrous there for Latvia as they win the faceoff, but it goes right in front of the net. Faceoff controlled by Latvia. That one went in on net again, not as dangerous this time. And Latvia is able to clear the zone. 2-goal game early in the second period. Power play here for the United States. Brady Shea brings it in wide, drops it off. Garland tried to send it in down low. Tic-tac-toe opportunity disrupted by Latvia, and they send it in deep to the American end. Garland up ahead to Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier, 2-on-1 potential. Rebound just wide off the stick of Smith. Beniers now settles down and turns it over. And Latvia will flip it up and out again. Smith up ahead quickly to Nazar. Drops it off for Pinto. Into the slot. Nazar denied by Godlewskis. Goes to the far side. Battle for it along the half wall. Kept in by the Americans. Score! A bullet! Kesselring puts it in, and it's 4-1. A bullet from Kesselring. After the scrum along the far half wall, Team USA strikes once again. Ethan, I wouldn't say it's practice. I just kind of do it for fun. (4-1) United States here in the quarterfinal. 4-1 our score. 3-goal lead for the United States, who now lead this game 20-17 in shots on goal as well. Doan look for a center, gets it to O'Connor. Top of the slot, O'Connor battling. Loose puck on net. Godlewskis finds it. 16:45 to go in the second period. A strike for the United States. In this tournament, the second period has been absolutely killer for the American squad. The second period is where they've been pulling away from these teams and putting it out of reach. McCarron off the turnover, fires off a body in front. Loose puck top of the slot. Latvia looking to get it out, and they will. Zierkal's up the top, goes back behind, drops it off, a shot denied, rebound goes through. Jeremy Swayman holds his ground. Now here comes the United States. McCarron back behind the net all the way through. Comes around to Boyum. Bindle on the boards on the near side. A lot of bodies out there. Americans looking to keep it in, and they will. Matty Beniers hit hard in the corner. And Latvia will escape the zone. Ravinsky's pestered from behind by Beniers. Turnover. Logan Cooley drops it off for Beniers. He's poked into the corner. Beniers gets back on it as it flips to the right wing circle. Boyum. Back down low, O'Connor circles back to the point, and Boyum to the other side, and Laurie can't handle it, and it comes all the way back. Good defense in transition there by Latvia. Americans looking to get right back in. Clayton Keller fires, save, Godlewskis. Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the second period. 3-goal lead for the United States. We've scored 1 goal here in the second period so far. Face-off control by the United States. Laurie sends it in off a stick and into the grasp of Latvia. Here's Traumax. Centering pass, a shot off a body. Comes into the corner. Walkers gets there, and he tried to send it back up to the point, and it goes all the way back. Godlewski settles it down, keeps it alive for Latvia. Walser's back out. Comes in wide, looking for a center. Cuts inside, backhanded try, snared by Jeremy Swayman. Face-off coming here in the United States end in a 3-goal game. Face-off controlled by Latvia. To the point, Yox tipped in! Yachts let it fly, it deflects home, and Latvia's back within 2. That might have hit a United States player. Paige Thompson was in there down low. Let's see where this one deflected as it gets past Jeremy Swayman. Kind of hard to tell from that look, but I believe that deflected off of Thompson. Let's see. It went off it was Shea. It was the stick of Shea who redirected it defensively. And Latvia's back within 2. It's 4-2 here in the second period. Eagle turns back here for Latvia, tried to get his way through the crease, and he's cut off by Brady Shea. For the second goal here for Latvia, we got a 2-goal game. Garland button hooks, cuts inside, and taken away. Here's Yachts up ahead, the goal scorer for Latvia. Works it back behind the net into the trapezoid. Kesselring there to cut it off. Wraparound try, out in front, denied by Swayman. Rebound controlled by Latvia along the goal line. Good defense by Cooley. And the United States will get it out. Here's Smith, cross ice to Cooley. Smith again, down low, Garland, backhand try goes wide. Godlewski's might have gotten a piece. Cooley now takes it in, and he's denied again by Godlewski's. Face off in the Latvia end, 12:33 to go in the period, controlled by Latvia. Gavers pestered into the corner. And taken away, Thompson off the goal post. Paige Thompson took it away and sniped it right off the pipe. Now on the point, Kesselring. Denied, Godlewski's. 12:03 to go in the period. Paige Thompson was right there, and he couldn't get it home. Face-off control by the United States. Werenski fires, tipped out in front, and Godlewski's gets a piece of it. Out of along the far half wall. Latvia looking to get it out. Big hit, nearly a turnover, but it comes out to center. Bukart stays alive off the hit try by the United States. Works it into the corner, cut off by Werenski. Kept alive and now taken away by the United States. Paige Thompson. The big rig. Brings it in down low. Sends it out in front. Gauthier denied, out of play. Godlewski's with another save. That one off the blocker. Face-off controlled by the United States on the point. Boyup off the bar again. Rebound into the slot. Loose puck available. Goes wide. Beniers back up to the point and all the way through. So the United States has hit the pipe twice here in the last couple minutes. Beniers hit hard by Trail Mix. And Latvia takes over in the United States end. Team USA working it in their own end. Nazar circles his own net. Turns it over. Trail Mix sends it in, and Swayman snares it to stop play. 10:09 to go in the period, just about halfway through the second period here in a 2-goal game. Face-off control by the United States. Doan will bring it through center here for the Americans. He's cut off on his way in, still got it in on net, and Godlewski stops another one. Just over halfway through this period now. Face-off control by the United States. Laurie off the body in front. Still loose in the slot. Laurie tipped around and controlled by Latvia. They'll bring it out. Zierkal sends it in on Swayman, who will just stop play. 9:32 to go in the period. Team USA leads by 2 goals here over Latvia here in the quarterfinal. Winner takes on Czechia in the semis. Face-off control by Latvia. Up to the point. Pestered out there off the wall, down low. Loose puck in the slot, and Swayman just sprawls out to find it. That puck was just rolling around right there in front of the net. but there were no Latvia players down there to try to send it home. Face-off control by the United States. Shea Pindle on the boards, but they'll get it out to center. O'Connor flips it out of play. Close to a delay of game opportunity there. Face-off in center, controlled by the Americans. Josh Doan brings it in. Sends it around the boards, back to it is Latvia, and they'll get it out of the zone, or at least attempt to. Now they finally bring it through center. Eagle up ahead here for Latvia. Works it in wide, centering pass, bobbled and taken away by Brady Shea. Now a turnover in center by the Americans. Yox has it for Latvia. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the second. Latvia brings it back in. Drops it off. Batna fires off a body. Comes to the near side. Brady Shea will get it up and out to McCarron. Cross-ice pass to nobody. Controlled by Latvia in their own end, at least for a moment. Rubens wins that battle for the puck. Pinto takes it away in center. Turns back for the United States. Eagle now here for Latvia. Under 7.5 to go in the period. Team USA leads by 2 goals. It's 4-2. Outshooting Latvia 27-23. Pinto brings it in. Cuts inside. Denied. Score! On the rebound. Clayton Keller. No, it's Frank Nazar. Excuse me. Frank Nazar puts it in. And Team USA extends their lead. Dudlevsky's just got a little too far off the goal line. Kicked away the initial try, and Frank Nazar was right there with a wide open net. Three-goal lead for the United States. They lead 5-2. 7 minutes to go here in the period. Cutter Gauthier fires and saved by Gudlevskis. And Latvia clears the zone. Keller brings it back in with a head of speed. Coming in wide. Keller cuts inside. Short-sided attempt denied by Gudlevskis. Back behind the net. Zeal is there for Latvia, and they'll get it out to Trail Mix, who goes back behind the net. Latvia now through center. Intercepted by Nazar. Turns back for the United States. Nazar cuts, fires off a body. The rebound out to Pinto, who couldn't get a clean shot up. Still loose in the slot, and Latvia will get it out. McMellis drops it off. Balsers. Now Trail Mix shot off a body in front. Hesselring with the shot block out in front of the net. Matty Beniers brings it up here for the United States. Fires a shot saved. The rebound goes off the side of the net. Beniers knocks him down. Sends it inside. And taken away by Latvia right on net. Cooley now for the United States. Kept alive by Boyum. Boyum drops it off. Garland tried to send it in. And it's off a Latvia skater. Latvia gets it out of the zone. Pestered from behind by Beniers, who takes it away. Logan Cooley cuts inside, drops it off. Garland fires, save. Gudlevskis goes into the corner. Garland floats it back up to the point, and Boyum tipped out in front. Loose puck available, goes right through the crease. Comes into the corner. Garland gets there for the United States, kicks it to the other side where Matty Beniers is. Back up to the point. Lacombe into the slot, turns, fire, score! Logan Cooley puts it in for the United States, and they lead by 4. So many bodies in there. And Logan Cooley just gets it and whips it. And we mentioned it before, a little bit earlier in the period, the second period for the United States in this tournament has been when they've been taking over games undefeated through pool play. First game here in the playoff. And they're taking over here in the second period against Latvia. 6-2 the score, 4-goal lead for the Americans. And now Latvia looking to respond. Ravinskis whiffs on the shot. Gets it back. Inside. Score! Right back at ya. Latvia strikes for the third time in this game as Zirkals puts it in. Right there in the crease. Nothing fancy about it, just not an American player on him. And look at that shooting lane. Swayman just couldn't get over in time, right over the top of his glove. And into the back of the net. And Team Latvia cuts it back to 3. They're sticking around. They're still down by 3 goals. But Team Latvia sticking around here against the Americans. 3:54 to go in the period. Faceoff controlled in center by the United States. Logan Cooley centers to Garland. Sends it in downstairs right through the blue paint as Will Smith was right there on the goalpost. And this one goes all the way through on net. And Swayman feeds to Kesselring. Pinto brings it up as the Americans change, and it's taken off his stick. 3-goal lead for the United States. Latvia through center. Sends it off the boards. Nazar there for the United States. Under 3 minutes to go here in the period. 6-3 United States. Outshooting Latvia 34-24 by 10 shots on goal. Good cutoff by Latvia on their way through. Nazar keeps it alive. Centering pass. Smith in on the doorstep. Still loose. Smith gets it back out. Kesselring on the point. Now Nazar top of the slot. Back to Kesselring. Pinto now dangles and off a body in front. Rubens there for Latvia back behind the net. The kicks to the near half wall. And Bunchis will bring it up. Cut off on his way in. Drops it off a bobble. Prevented a shot attempt there for Latvia. Josh Doan slides it across. And right on the doorstep denied by Gudlewskis. Minute 38 to go in the period. Face-off control by the United States. Heller in on net, bobbled in the slot, hack and whack, controlled by Gudlewskis. Minute 29 to go in the period. Face-off controlled by Latvia in their own net. 3-goal United States lead as Latvia brings it through center. Tried to slide it across. Good cutoff by Gauthier. Keller now brings it up the near boards. Slides it in, and it's cut off on its way through. 1 minute to go in the period. Rubens, big hit, keeps it alive for Eagle. Fatna now for Latvia, cut off by Lacombe. Long stretch pass, bobbled and all the way through. 30 seconds to go in the period. Latvia looking for a strike here before the end. Thompson takes it away from behind. Paige Thompson, look out! Gauthier stopped by Gudlewskis. What a stop on Cutter Gauthier, who was cutting inside wide open. And with 12 seconds to go in the period, let's take a look at this stop. What up, Glovester? We got a Glovester save right here for Team Latvia, and Gudlewskis snares that one from Cutter Gauthier. "12 seconds to go in the period. Face off in the Latvia end. Controlled by Latvia. Rubens feeds it up and they get it out. One final push if they hurry. Trail mix. Centering. One-timer off the glove of Swayman. And that'll do it for the period. Team USA with a 3-goal lead, but Latvia sticking around here against these Americans. 3-goal game as we head to the third period. Second intermission here between Team USA and Team Latvia in the quarterfinal. Start of the third period here in the quarterfinal between Latvia and the United States. Winner takes on Czechia in the semifinal. Team USA with a 3-goal lead at 6-3 our score as we start the third period with Latvia winning the initial faceoff. Balcers brings it in, floats it in on net. Swayman kicks it away. And the United States will bring it out. Clayton Keller taken off his stick by Yox. Team Latvia in contention here against the United States. They're still down by 3 goals, but Team USA has been dominating the competition through pool play. So now here in the first game of the playoff, Team Latvia doing better than most here against this United States squad. Into the slot, taken away by Kesselring. 38 shots on goal for the United States. 26, one-timer, denied, rebound off the side of the net. Yox there back behind, it floats out to the far half wall. Back up to the point and out of the zone. Team USA has to tag back up. Keller with a bobble at the blue line, floats back into the Latvia end. Yox gets there first for Team Latvia. Balcers up ahead. Looking for a center, back behind, drops it off, a shot, denied, Swayman. Deflects back behind the net. Latvia keeps it alive. Batna couldn't get a clean one off, and right on the doorstep, another good stick by the United States. Here's Nazar. Centering pass intercepted by Zeal. And Latvia back the other way. Cross ice. Big hit by Lacombe at the top of the slot. Team USA works it back in their own end. Nazar will bring it up. He has a goal tonight for the United States. Nazar saves, drops it off for Pinto. Back behind the net, into the trapezoid. Disrupted by Freebergs. And Latvia will get it out of their end. Bukart centering pass. Top of the slot, a bobble. Kept in by Zeal. Lets it fly off the blocker of Swayman. Team USA in control. Pinto drops it off for Nazar. Loose puck, left wing circle. Pinto tried to get it free. He does. Backhanded try denied. And it goes back behind the net. Nazar battling. Pinto picks up the loose change. Back up to the point. Morensky now Lacombe. Penalty call. Nazar turns, fires, save. Penalty. Power play upcoming for the United States. It's a hold on Freebergs. After Pinto got it away from down low, Freebergs just pins him along the boards, and a power play upcoming here for the land of the free. Power play United States. They win the faceoff. Shea fires off the glove of Gilevsky's. Loose puck down low. Gauthier denied. Loose puck in the slot controlled by Latvia. And Trailmax will bring it up and send it in deep. Minute 33 to go on the power play here for the United States. Latvia aggressive up in center ice. Down by 3 goals. We'll see if Latvia wants a short-handed try here if they get an opportunity. Garland escapes through neutral ice. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Garland whiffed on the shot. And Latvia survives that chance. A bobble through center. Garland turns back for the United States. Centering pass to Shea. Shea is shot denied by Godlewski's. Comes out wide and Latvia will clear the zone. Big hit from behind. That looked like a cross-check. No whistle. We play on. McCarron brings it up. O'Connor now back to McCarron. Loose puck in the slot. Still loose and it goes outside. McCarron there for the United States. Centering pass. A backhander. Denied by Godlewski's. I think the United States might have gotten away with a cross-check right in the middle of the play. But we play on. 24 seconds to go on the man advantage here for the United States. Latvia wins the faceoff, and they'll bring it out through center. Ravinsky feeds it in. Matty Beniers there for the United States. Logan Cooley will bring it out. Penalty about to expire. Keller whiffed, kept in. Thompson down low. Cooley bobbles. Back to Kesselring. Fires just wide. And it comes out to the near side. Latvia kills off the penalty. Matty Beniers wide of the net. Goes out to the far corner. Cooley now back to Keller. Keller looking for help, drops it off to the point. Kesselring off a skate, goes back into the corner. Long turn here for the United States. Thompson off a body. Loose puck in the slot. Hack and whack in the middle. Goes on net. They score! Tage Thompson. Pinball wizard in the slot, and Thompson picks up the loose change and deposits it. So many bodies in the slot, just hacking, whacking in the middle, and Tage Thompson gets it as Godlewski's couldn't keep it out. Seven to 3 now for the United States. You like that, Glubster? McCarron brings it in for the United States. Right back at you. Down low. Denied. Godlewski's. And another penalty called on Latvia. This time for a cross-check. They might be getting frustrated. The coach definitely is. An elimination game starting to turn the United States' way if it already has not. And O'Connor pays the price on the cross-check, but a power play here for the United States. Picks up the loose change and deposits it. You like that, Glubster? Face-off coming here in the Latvia end. Penalty again here for the United States. That was almost an own goal for Latvia. It goes right through the blue paint. Gauthier keeps it alive. Cuts inside. Oh, denied by Godlewski's. Kept in at the point by Shea. Now Garland. Down low, Smith. Denied. Godlewski's. Minute 38 to go on the power play. Let's take a look at Tage Thompson in his day. He is a big man out there, and he's been doing this all tournament long, just making defenses wreak havoc. And Tage Thompson, the big rig, finally found one in this scrum as he just finds the loose puck and puts it into the back of the net. .12:50 to go in the game. USA by 4, and they got a power play here for a minute 38. Face-off control by the United States. Gauthier, short-sided, denied by Godlewski's. Good play off the draw. Latvia keeps it out, and they send it back deep into the American end. Connor Garland will start the break in here for the United States. He loses it, works it in down low. Garland pinned along the boards. Latvia trying to get it out, and they will. Batna through center here for Latvia. Pestered from behind by Will Smith. Pindle on the boards in front of the American bench. Brady Shea picks up the loose change. Cutter Gauthier outside. Waits for his friends. Gauthier drops it off. Cooley cuts inside, and it's off a body in front. Thompson off the rebound. Score! What a play! It's a hat trick! Logan Cooley diving in front. Look at this goal. He just dove in and tips it into the back of the net. What a play. And Logan Cooley has a hat trick here against Latvia. What a play. What up, Tankinator? And we're going to get a goaltender change. Team USA taking control here in this third period. Appreciate that, Glubster. 8-3 our score, 11:46 to go in the third. And a new goaltender for Team Latvia. Here in the quarterfinal, winner takes on Czechia in the semis. Clayton Keller floats it in on net, and Davis Riggles, I hope I pronounced that right, makes the stop. Let's take a look at Logan Cooley. Hat trick tonight here for Team USA. Here is his first on a breakaway chance right between the wickets of Godlewski's. His second, with a lot of bodies in front, just turns and fires. And then his third, what might have been the best of them all, diving in front of Godlewski's, just tips it in. Beautiful. And Team USA dominating once again here in the first game of this playoff. 11:37 to go here in the third. 8-3 United States. Here's a turnover for a moment at least, and Latvia now gains control through center. Battle for it at the top of the slot, floats to the near side, kept in for Latvia. Back up to the point, and Zeal. Now Lockmills off a body in front. Balsers off the rebound, tried to turn, and he just floats it into the corner. Lacombe there for the United States, and they'll get it out through center. O'Connor cuts inside, drops it off, bobble. Still loose, and Latvia gains control. Eagle turns back. Trailmix cut off on his way through. Intercept in center by Eagle. He turns back for Team Latvia. Slides it across. Good stick by Doan. Just about halfway through this third period. 5-goal lead for the United States. McCarron comes in wide and denied by Davis Griggles. I have no idea if that's actually how you pronounce his name, but I'm doing it because it sounds funny. .10:01 to go, halfway through this third. Face-off control by Latvia. Gavers brings it up ahead for Latvia. Looking for his center. Cuts inside. Score! On the deflection, that might have went off a U.S. player. And Latvia puts it in the back of the net to make it a 4-goal game. Let's see how this one found the back of the net. It looked awkward as he sends it in out in front. That might have hit off of a U.S. skate. Oh, Matty Beniers just served it in off of his stick. So an own goal here for the United States. I believe Matty Beniers is the guy that tips it in his own net. And it's 8-4. There have not been too many penalties. I think the United States has had 3 power plays and Latvia with 1, I believe. Matty Beniers brings it up. He just gave up an own goal. Looking to get revenge. Wraparound try. Couldn't get it all the way around. And Davis Griggles makes the play. .9:27 to go in the third, 4-goal game. Face-off control by the United States. Laurie up the blocker. And it goes back behind. Matty Beniers pestering. United States gains control. Back up to the point, and Shea. Now Laurie lets it fly. Tipped around. Rebound out in front. Controlled by Latvia. Under 9 minutes to go here in the game. Centering pass intercepted by Pinto. Brady Shea to the outside. Pinto brings it up. Tried to send it in. Good cutoff by Yax. And it is back out to center ice, where Latvia gains control. Sends it towards Swayman. Knocks it away easily. Comes into the corner. Eagle sends it in off the side of the cage. Cooley there for the United States along the far half wall. And the United States gains control in their own end. Clayton Keller working with Shea. Keller tried to feed it inside. Good stick by Yax. Balsers now here for Latvia. Pindle on the boards. Kept in by Kesselring. He cuts inside off a skate. Didn't get a clean shot up. Kept alive by Shea. Inside Kesselring. Tipped away and out of play. 7.5 to go here in the third. .55 shots on goal for the United States, just 29 for Latvia. Werenski from the blue line, tipped around and off of the goaltender. Latvia back through center. Zirkles looking for a center, drops it off. A shot denied. Swayman on the short-sided try. Deflects out towards the point. United States gains control up through center. Paige Thompson cuts inside, cut off. Good defense by Latvia. Back up to the point, kept in. Doan now feeds it out to neutral ice. Team USA has to tag back up. Pinto now for the Americans. Goes wide. Centering pass off of the stick of Kesselring. Floats in on net and away to the corner. Freibergs gets it out. Latvia brings it through center. United States takes it right back away. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the third. 4-goal game for the United States. Kesselring drops it off. O'Connor off a body. Comes into the corner. Back behind the net. Nazar. Out in front. Try. Didn't get through. Zierkal's pinned along the boards. Floats back out to the corner. Big hit by Will Smith, but kept alive by Latvia. And they'll get out of the zone. Rubinskis. Rubinskis drops it off. Bunchis denied. Werenski turns back. Here's Nazar. He has a goal tonight for the United States. Waits for his friends to catch up. Drops it off for O'Connor. Sends it in. Tip try out in front. Didn't get through. And Latvia back out to center ice. Latvia just cannot get into the offensive zone. Team USA doing a great job defensively, not allowing possessions to last here for Latvia. And here's another example. O'Connor off the takeaway, skates up ahead, looking for a center. O'Connor back behind the net, drops it off, and Nazar has it blocked off a body. On the near half wall, Nazar sends it in deep. Smith there for the United States, out in front. Didn't get all of it. O'Connor tried to let it fly. And Latvia gains control with 4 minutes to go in the game. 4-goal game in favor of the United States. Smith turns back again. Long turn here for the United States. Smith button hooks back, fires a shot off a body. Yaks with the shot block. And now back out. There are skaters that have been out there for a long time for both teams as Swayman makes the stop. And now that gives us a chance to change. 3:28 to go in the third. Have you ever peppered in a netminder instead of goalie? I don't know what that means, Glovester. .316 to go here in the third. Team USA 3 minutes away from the semifinal. Good shot block out in front by Connor Garland. Trailmix keeps it alive. That one goes off a body. Still loose off the goalpost and into the grasp of Swayman. That one rang off the pipe and Swayman just finds it. Wow. I have never heard netminder in my life. .301 to go here in the third. 4-goal U.S. lead. Face-off controlled by the U.S. in their own end. Connor Garland will bring it out. Garland slides it across. Boyum, score! Do they wave it off? Yes. They're waving off the hat trick for Boyum. Was it tipped in? Let's take a look as to why it was waved off. I actually have no idea. He came right down the slot. Didn't see anything wrong with that. There was a little bit of a screen out in front. There's nobody near the goaltender. They're going to review it. They're going to give him the goal. It's a hat trick. Fourth goal, rather, for Logan Cooley. The Golden Sombrero. What a night. And it's 9-4 United States. So 2.5 to go here in the third, and I think we can say the United States is going to move on to the semifinal. Another penalty called here, and this one's going to go on Team USA. Cross-check behind the play. It was Will Smith, who is the guilty party. And Latvia will close this game out with a power play, just playing for some pride here in a game where the United States is going to win and move on to face Czechia in the semifinal. Face off in the United States end, controlled by the Americans. Shea paid the price, but it's fed in deep. Rubens pinned along the boards back behind his own net. Team USA has had an excellent penalty kill group in this tournament. Shea takes it off his stick. And Josh Doan will feed it around. First guy to it is Shea. Short-handed attempt, denied. And it comes to the near side. Just over a minute to go on the power play. 90 seconds to go in regulation time. Gabber's shot denied by Swayman. And Lacombe picks up the loose change and flips it up and out. Again, United States wins the race for the puck as Pinto gets back to it. Kicks it to the near side. First guy to it will be Werenski. Loose puck in the slot, and a penalty is called on Latvia for a hole. And we're going to get a 4-on-4 here in garbage time as Werenski's pinned along the boards. So 4-on-4 action in the final minute of play here. 45 seconds for that, and then a United States power play to close it out. Wasting time in the corner. We're under a minute to go here in the game. United States takes over in center. Laurie sends it in on net, and Davis Griggles just is able to get it with 48 seconds to go. Face-off control by the United States. This one, Davis Griggles makes the stop. Floats out to Keller, back up to the point, and Laurie. Inside, Thompson can't handle it. Goes out wide. Thompson to Laurie. Laurie fires, tipped around, controlled, in the slot, score! Clayton Keller. And Team USA has hit double digits here tonight against Latvia. And they score within the final minute, because why not? And again, just so many bodies in the slot, just pinballing around. And Latvia's bench is not happy. So 10-4 now our score, 32 seconds to go. Team USA is going to move on to the semifinal against Czechia. As Laurie sends it in on net. Oh my goodness! Right between the legs, and another goal. Mason Laurie puts it in. And Team USA just playing with their food at this point. That was a gift. Not really much to explain, just a botched attempt by Latvia. Nothing really special happened on that play in terms of the United States. It just found the back of the net. And another goal for Team USA as they make it 11-4 here, as we now will end the game with a United States power play for just over a minute, but for 16 seconds. Batna looking for some pride as he tried to send it in on net. Laurie cuts it off, and we'll get the final countdown here. Keller out in front, another try for the United States, and that'll do it. Team USA moves on to the semifinal as they dominate Latvia. And they congratulate their goaltender in between the pipes, who was excellent tonight. Jeremy Swayman, another win in this tournament. And Team USA is moving on to play Czechia tomorrow night. Team Latvia's tournament run comes to a close. Team USA wins it. Stay undefeated in the tournament. And they have a date with Czechia, who they just beat 2 games ago. 11-4, the final score. The Americans get it done as they're moving on to the semifinal, 1 game away, 1 win away from the championship. Same time, same place, Tankinator. Same time, same place. Tomorrow night, United States, Czechia, semifinal. 1 win away from the championship.